Today, I want to let you in on a secret patients almost never ask aloud, but many secretly, quietly wonder, do doctors cry after giving bad news? Do they carry that weight home? The answer is a resounding yes. Doctors are not made of stone. We feel, we grieve, and we carry those burdens home. But this is important. That's not the whole story, because while most doctors do care deeply, there's also another side, a darker side. The stories of narcissistic doctors, the cold ones, the rogues, and the scandals, they make the headlines for a reason. That's another conversation for another day. For now, let's talk about the doctors who do care, sometimes so much it hurts them. Here in Australia, GPs and specialists are often the ones to break life-changing news. Some doctors say they will remember patients' faces from 20, 30 years ago. You can't be human and not be impacted. As a skin cancer specialist, I've had to do this myself, especially with melanoma. I've been the one to sit down with a patient and tell them their world just shifted. Thankfully, because of our culture of regular skin checks, most of my diagnoses are early, curable skin cancers. That brings relief, but not always. And those days, those always not moments, linger on. Australian doctors describe crying in private places, the car park on the way home, or in the quiet of the night. We are expected to keep composure, to be the calm and collected one, strong for the patient, just as we may need to be the pillar for our own family crisis. For junior doctors just starting their careers, this emotional shock can be overwhelming. The first bad news conversation is often unforgettable. They quickly learn the unspoken rule: stay professional, stay in control, no matter how raw you feel inside. And there's another weight. Making mistakes or missing something can be heartbreaking. Sometimes a patient is worried, and then I'm not so worried, but I've learned to err on the side of the patients, on the patient's gut feeling. Because when I'm wrong, it cuts deeply. In these moments, I feel like I'm an imposter. The guilt doesn't vanish, it stays with you. Across the Pacific in the US, doctors face the same grief under different pressures. Surveys show over half of American doctors admit to crying after a patient's death, usually in private places like call rooms or cars. The culture still discourages open emotion, so many describe grief spillover. Sadness and guilt follow them into family life and sleepless nights. But change is happening. Some hospitals now run debrief sessions to help doctors share the weight. In Australia, the culture still favors keeping composure, and there's growing recognition that doctors too need support. One major lifeline is Doctors for Doctors, a confidential 24 hours mental health support service tailored for doctors and medical students across the country. It offers free telehealth counseling and connects users to local advisory services. Another doctor-led initiative is Hand-in-Hand, which offers confidential peer support one-on-one or in groups with someone who understands what you are going through. And more broadly, Beyond Blue provides mental health and well-being support nationwide with expertise in depression, anxiety, and suicide prevention. This is also open to the public for their own grief and depression. These services don't erase the emotional burden, but they ensure that no doctor has to carry it entirely alone. The shared thread, whether in Australia, the US, or the UK, the truth is the same. Doctors do cry. Doctors do carry the weight home. We remember certain patients forever. We replay conversations in our heads. We wonder if we did enough, if we said it right, if we should have stayed longer in the room. And yet, the system we work in, whether it's Medicare here in Australia, private insurers in the US, or the NHS in the UK, still trains us to hide it, to be efficient, to stay professional, to put on a mask. If you're listening as a patient, you might have asked yourself, does my doctor even care about me? The answer is yes. We care so much that sometimes it hurts us. We bleed quietly, we cry privately, and we carry your story home long after you've left the room. We talk to our spouses about it, trying to debrief ourselves and trying to unburden and share with someone. Because it's confidential, we can only share it with colleagues and spouses. But I'll also acknowledge this. Not every doctor is like that. There are some that are narcissistic, self absorbed, and even dangerous. They are the ones who don't care or pretend to care while harming trust. They are the bad stories that get the headlines. That too is part of medicine's secret. And in a future episode, we'll open that door and look at the dark side of our profession. A few rogue doctors who give the rest of us a bad name. So the next time you wonder whether your doctor cares, remember this. Many of us cry in silence. Many of us drive home with heavy hearts. And many of us never forget you. Doctors are not immune to grief. We just don't get the space to show it. And maybe that's a real secret fear in medicine. Not that doctors don't care, but that most care too much and are left to carry the burden alone. If this episode resonated with you, share it. Share it with someone who's ever wondered about the human side of doctors. And if you are a doctor yourself, especially if you are just starting your career, know this. It's not weakness to grieve. It's proof you are still human.